Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're taking a closer look at Six Acrobats. You know, that slot game from Microgaming. Our plan is to really pull out the core ideas from a recent review, help you understand what makes it tick, you know, the theme, the mechanics, all that.
Exactly. And the goal is really just to boil it down, give you the key takeaways so you can sort of grasp what Six Acrobats is all about pretty quickly without getting lost in all the tiny details, just the important stuff.
Okay, so let's dive in. First impressions, the world of Six Acrobats. You open it up, it's this really vibrant 5-reel, 3-row slot. And it hits you immediately with this captivating Chinese acrobatics theme. Lots of traditional performance vibes, symbols like knife throwers, fire masters, balancing act. It really sets the scene. What makes those visuals feel so, well, immersive?
Well, I think it's how they've combined those, rich reds and golds with really quite detailed animations. It's not just static.
Right.
Things move, it feels alive. And then there's the soundtrack. It's this authentic Oriental music that really layers on top, enhances the whole cultural feel, it pulls you in.
Okay, so beyond the look and feel, let's talk gameplay. This is where it gets interesting. It runs on 9 fixed pay lines, which, keeps things pretty focused. Now, the Six Acrobats logo, that's the wild symbol.
That's right. It substitutes for other symbols, helps you make those winning lines.
And crucially, it multiplies wins by 5x in the base game. Is that 5x multiplier pretty standard, or is that already hinting at something more?
It's a good starting point, that 5x. It definitely adds some excitement to the base game, makes those wild wins feel significant, and sort of sets the stage. And speaking of setting the stage, you've also got the scatter symbol. That's the Golden Queen, representing Guanyin.
Okay, the Golden Queen.
And you need 3 or more of those anywhere on the reels to trigger the really big feature, the free spins. Right,
the free spins. That seems to be the key highlight here. You can get, 15, 20, or even 25 spins, depending on how many scatters you land. But what's the secret sauce in this feature? What makes it so powerful?
This is where it gets really interesting. That wild multiplier. It doesn't just increase a bit.
No.
It jumps dramatically from 5x in the base game all the way up to 25x during the free spins.
Wow, 25x.
Yeah, so any win involving a wild symbol during the free spins gets that massive 25 times boost. It hugely increases the winning potential.
That's a significant jump.
It really is. And another thing, if you land more scatter symbols during the free spins round...
You get more spins.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Each extra scatter gives you 1 more spin. So you can potentially extend that bonus round, keep that 25x multiplier active for longer, and, really rack up some bigger payouts.
Okay, that sounds like where the real excitement is. Now let's think about practicality. For you, the listener wanting to try this out. Accessibility. The betting range seems quite flexible, starts really low, like $1.09, and goes up to around $22.50 per spin.
Yeah, that range makes it pretty accessible. Whether you're just playing casually or have a smaller budget, you can find a level that works.
And what about the sort of stats behind it? RTP, volatility.
Okay, so the RTP, the return to player, is hovering around 96.5%, which is, quite solid for an online slot.
Pretty decent, yeah.
And it's described as having medium volatility. So what that means for you is you're likely to see a mix of wins. You'll probably get fairly frequent, smaller or moderate wins to keep things ticking over, but there's still that real potential for landing those larger rewards, especially with that free spins feature.
A balance.
Exactly, a balance. And the symbols themselves, you've got the usual stylized playing card icons for the lower values, but the higher paying symbols are those intricately designed acrobats we mentioned earlier, the knife thrower, fire master, and so on. They really tie back into the theme and offer the biggest base game payouts.
Makes sense. So bringing it all together then, what's the overall appeal? Why does this game seem to resonate? It gets praise for being smooth, intuitive, working well on mobile.
Yeah, the technical side is solid, but I think the real appeal is how Six Acrobats manages to blend that rich, specific cultural theme, the acrobatics, with genuinely engaging gameplay. It's not just pretty, the mechanics back it up, especially as we said, those bonus features like the high multiplier free spins.
So it hits on multiple levels.
Right. It's got that cultural depth, exciting mechanics, and the potential for big wins. That combination seems to appeal to a really broad audience, people looking for entertainment, but also, a decent shot at winning.
So what does this all mean for you? Well, Six Acrobats looks like a really well-rounded package. You get that vibrant theme, it pulls you in, but then the mechanics, especially those free spins with the huge multiplier, deliver the excitement. Seems worth checking out.
And maybe this raises an interesting question to think about next time you're looking at a game. How do developers actually balance that? the pull of a strong, maybe culturally specific theme with the raw excitement of things like high multipliers. How do they make those two things work together to create something that's not just fun to look at, but genuinely rewarding and memorable to play? Something to consider.